Oh. Yeah, coughing. Go away, thing. Mm. God, so tired. Do. I'm covered in cat hair today. Hi, Shannon. Hi. Oh, goodness. Don't have any kitties around. Oh, Ari's over there. Aria? Yes. Hi. Hi. No, she's not talking back. Hi, Kay Kelly. Hi. Hi. Look at that. I went live exactly at 7, which is a first for me because usually I struggle. Oh, I'm tired today for some reason. I just made dinner, so it's going to be ready and waiting for me when we're done. Because I lost track of time and I was just scrolling through TikTok, and you know how it goes. Scrolling, and then I'm like, oh, I lost my entire day. Where did my day go? Anyway. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come here. You didn't bring me a mouse, so I can't play fetch. Your mouse is all the way over there. How am I supposed to play fetch with you? He's like, oh, put me down. He's like, I just want to play fetch. Will you stop? When you post a reminder video thing and it asks if you want to get a notification, is that different? I don't know. When you post a reminder video, I think that's different. I think it's different. I don't know. I've never done it before. I've never done like the pre notification for the live chat thing. What are you doing? Why are you in my papers? Get out of there. Okay. Yep. That's a choice. Cats, man. You're crushing my paper all up. Look what you did to it. Oh, goodness. That's for work, too. And stomping on everything like a chubby little kitty. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's... There was one... Oh. Huh. I don't know. You're lucky I can even go live, okay? I've got it down now, but I used to really struggle with it. Yeah, I didn't set it. That I know of. Oh, like a few seconds before I came on. Well, I was like messing around and setting the I was setting the thumbnail, I was holding up the book for the thumbnail, so maybe that's it. Maybe it like knew that I was going live, so it's like, hey, and it like started early, letting you know. I don't know what would have happened if I would have been like, cancel. Yeah, it's good to just have the bell on for like people that you follow. The more you know. I'm lucky I can even operate this damn app. It's like, oh my goodness. I'm sure a cat is going to jump up here and knock something down. I'm like anxious. Oh, okay. What? You didn't even. No, don't cry at me. You didn't bring me a mouse. Acting like I have something to throw. I don't got anything to throw. You didn't bring me anything. Cats. Anyway, I took notes this time. I got things. I took notes. Look at me go. It probably helps that I don't upload that much. So it's like, oh my God, this person is actually doing something. So let me tell you. Yeah, this book was annotated the last time Shannon and I read it. So it's got annotations in it already. And then I took some more notes. This one has flags in it. This one has flags in it from the last time we read it. The next book. Like, look at all those flags. It's got things in it. I don't know what they are. I'm excited to find out. What did past Izzy like? Yeah, and I even went on 2 like mini deep dives on things. 3, technically. 3 deep dives. 4. 3. 4. Anyway. Like, look at us. So what did you think of this one, Kay Kelly? What did you think of the Grim Grotto? I forgot how good the illustrations are in this one. Like, there were multiple illustrations in this one that I really, really enjoyed that I forgot all about. We've come a long way. I know. It's nice that we get our act together, you know, in the last couple books. 5 stars. Yay. Yay. I gave it 5 stars too, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm biased. Yay, 5 stars. This is a really good one. And like, I always forget about like how good this one is in the series. And every time I read it, I'm like, oh, that's right. It's so good. You actually see, I had no clue. Like, I'm like, wasabi has horseradish. I don't think I've ever eaten horseradish sauce. I don't think I've ever had wasabi sauce either. I don't think I'd like it. I think it's probably too spicy. And it was super. Mushrooms are strange. That's one of my deep dives. I went into mushrooms, which I think I did the first time we read this. I went into mushrooms a little bit. But Googling mushrooms and fungi is absolutely terrifying, and I don't recommend it. It is scary, and it's a very scary deep dive. Because like what I found, yeah, let's get into that deep dive. Why not? I found out I ended up reading an article about a fungus called what was it called? It's called Candida auroris, which is actually formed from yeast. But this scared the crap out of me. It was I shouldn't have did it, but I did. We need all the wasabi after I did this. But I was reading an article in the Scientific American. That was where I read the first article about it. And they said that 1.6 million people are killed by fungi every year. I'm like, what? Yeah, and it's like 57,000 Americans are killed every year by fungi, which I didn't know, or like fungal infections. They noticed a new type of fungi recently during COVID, which is really scary. But they said that this doctor was noticing that his COVID patients were having additional infections that all had like the same symptoms but weren't symptoms of COVID. And they found out that it was this Candida auroris, which is absolutely terrifying and could be like the next like ugh. But then I read multiple stuff about like this fungus, and I'm like, oh my god, is this from the book? But it's actually, it's like, it's impossible to clean. It's multi-drug resistant. It's difficult to identify, and because it's impossible to clean it and to like get rid of it, it was initially found in hospitals. They had to, like, since it's impossible to clean, they had to tear out whole fixtures in hospitals and just throw them away because of this fungi. It was really scary. It was really scary to read about this freaking fungi. It also reminded me of like with the spores in this book, like divert. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about the mushrooms and the spores, but the mushrooms in this book, they make me feel like Last of Us vibes. If you've ever played Last of Us, like there's a line in here where she's like, imagine if that spore would get to Earth or get to Earth. Yeah. To get to the surface or whatever. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's like Last of Us stuff. Like, oh. Anyway, sorry. If you want to be scared, Google spores and mushrooms and fungi and all the things. And mushrooms are like, there's so many mushrooms that look exactly like their that look exactly like their non-poisonous yes, I know, it's scary, right? But there's like they look just like the non-poisonous versions. So it's like anyway. Yes. I haven't played Subnautical, but I've seen other people play that game. Didn't get far on Last of Us. I'm so a bit of a gamer noob. Oh my goodness. I just finished Last of Us 2 not too long ago, and it was a lot. But yeah, that's what this reminded me of, like with the spores and stuff this round. I'm like, is this Last of Us? Like, ugh. Don't worry, I got better deep dives. That's the worst one. That's the worst one. Get that one just out of the way about fungi and how scary it is. Oh. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not playing. You didn't bring it. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. You ripped the eyes out of it. You ready? Are you ready? Oh, that was a terrible throw. I'm sorry. That was really bad. You're going to knock down everything to get to it. Okay. Well, I deserve that. He's so upset with me because I threw it like up and now it's stuck. Okay, fine. I have to get it. He's gonna yell at me. Hold on. Come on. Ow! Stub my toe. Let's try this again. You ready? Anyway. Good Lord. He like wrecks the room as he goes out. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I would never forage for mushrooms. It's too scary. Thank you. You ready? That one was a really bad throw. Ricochet off the wall. Oh, if you look up the mushroom in this book and you go to images, there's like an image of like Sunny with like mushrooms growing out of her head, and it is terrifying and awful and gave me nightmares. But yeah, it's not real. It's not real. At least it's not real. You are so needy. Tier ranked by Izzy. He's so loud. He's obnoxious. Oh yeah, they did a Netflix episode for all the books. Yep, every single one of them. And there's 2 episodes per book. And this one, that brings me back to the octopus outfit that Esme's wearing. Wait till you see the outfit on the Netflix show, because it's so good. I think that's what they were nominated for, an Emmy. They were nominated for an Emmy for it. So they didn't win. Costumes didn't win. I forget who beat them, but they were nominated for an Emmy. That costume specifically, like, was nominated for an Emmy. Or that costuming is what initialized it. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's pretty epic. I like all of Esme's wardrobe in the show. It's pretty fucking brilliant. Like, I just love it so much. What? Did you bring it? I don't see it. Where is it? Oops. I don't see it, bud. Did you drink? You didn't bring it back. What are you looking at me like that for? You didn't bring it back. I don't see it anywhere. Weird cat. Anyway, sorry. He's so distracting. I love him so much, but or make one. Yeah. The whole production company, like, was just they just knocked it out of the park with that show. And I was glad that they were committing to only doing what the books had. Like, they did expand on the story a little bit, and they did take some of their own license with it, but for the most part, like, they stuck pretty much to the story. But I think, like, my favorite is just, like, the production company did, like, phenomenal. Like, the costumes department, the location department, or the casting, like, it just, the costumes in that show, like, I do not speak French. I know that says, do you speak French? But I do not speak French. I suck at French. But anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train. Oh my goodness! You're biting me. Why are you biting me? That's too far away. I can't reach that. It's too far away. I pull my arm reaching for him. Anyway, yeah. I wish they would have had an illustration of Esme. It's like, that would have been really cool. But you get to see it in the show. So multiple submarines. Speaking of submarines, the illustration of you can't see him right now, but he is grabbing my arm and biting me. He is, like, literally going like this with his arm because he wants me to throw his mouth. It's too far away. It's too far away, buddy. I can't reach it. I have to get up to go get it, and I'm not doing it. Later, okay? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. I'm sorry. I forget what I was saying. Freaking cat. The one illustration. I was talking about illustration. The one with the tentacles. That one. I just lost it. God, these deckled edges. The one with the tentacles. Where the hell is it? This one. Yes, that one. That's what I was looking for. It's so creepy. Yes, chapter 8. Yeah, the illustrations in this one are some of my favorite. Like, I forgot how cool they are. Oh, come on, bring that over here. Come on. You're dumb. You're not dumb. You're actually a really smart kitty. But that is really far away. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna make the stretch. I think I can get it. You ready? Are you ready? Yeah? You ready? And he's gone. Chapter 10. Oh, yeah, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. I like the 12 as well. Like the one with the upside down, where it's like upside down. I think it's 12, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's 13. Yeah, it's upside down. I like when they do that kind of stuff. I think that's fun. Oh yes, Fiona and Fedor, whatever. What is his name? Ferdinand, right? It's Ferdinand. Can't remember. Is it Ferdinand? I know. I was just at that chapter and now I lost it already. This is where tabs would have came in handy. I'm not thinking. Fernald. 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 Yeah. Well, it's a weird name. Oh, the message from the machine. Speaking of which, that's another like a mini deep dive. I also wrote I wrote about this before, so it's not that big of a deep dive. I've already like written about it. But this like poem by Lewis Carroll, can't talk, is actually, oh, he brought me my mouse. Is it that? Thank you. You're the best. Thank you. You ready? Oh, he's already ready. He thought I threw it already. That poem is actually so freaking scary and that's not a good poem. It's so dark. It's such a dark poem. But anyway. I've never heard that name before. Two siblings coming in. Oh, I know. Yeah. I love that moment of them two together. And then we get that theme again where it's like people are not just, black and white. So most people are like chopped salad, like a chef salad. A mixture of everything just thrown together. I think that's like it again like shows, yeah. What did she say? People are not good or evil. Yes. Exactly. Like that's like it circles back to that same theme that people are mostly gray. Like people aren't just black and white when it comes to good or evil. People are mostly shades of gray. Chop suey. Now I got Smooth Down stuck in my head. Everyone is a little bit of everything. Yeah, exactly. A little bit of chopped head, little mix. I guess Drogo couldn't find the mouse because he didn't come back. But that's okay because he's annoying. I love him so much, but he could just play fetch for hours sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I love him so much, but it's like, buddy. And he's like adamant about it. You hear him, like he's loud, and he will not leave me alone until I throw it again. And he bites me, like he nibbles. He doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt, but he does like love bites until I throw for him. It's like the chowder because it was too soft. Oh my goodness, can we talk about Sunny and her speech and how much she's growing? And it's so there's like a scene. I wrote it down. I actually wrote it down. See, notes on page 130 something, 135. I actually wrote it down. Look at me and my notes. I'm actually prepared for once. It's like Sunny says 3 cans soup, jar peanut butter, box crackers, pesto, wasabi, lo mein, but not charcuterie. It's like I wrote in the captions, in the margins, I'm like, look at her baby, she's growing up. Like how many words she's saying. Sunny has such strong opinions. Sunny's like killing it. She always is the hero. She's growing so much. Like she's getting old fast. Like she's like, yeah. And now she's starting to like use real words, making sense. She's the one who knew that wasabi had like what? I didn't even know that. It's like, oh, this kid. Oh, and then that scene after she eats the wasabi and she like curls up and takes a nap like in the kitchen. That like whole scene, I think like forget what. Oh yeah, here it is. And she's just like rest here, and it's just Sunny opened one exhausted eye and smiled at her siblings. Near you, she said. My heart. I'm like, oh. I don't know if I understand her. Pesto. I wrote down, I'm like, pesto lo mein. Like, it sounds. I would eat that. I would try it. I love pesto a lot. I'm not sure how it would, if it was just the lo mein noodles, like what makes it lo mein though? Like when does it become lo mein? When you add like is it just the noodles technically? Are they like lo mein noodle? I don't know that much about Asian cuisine. How terrible is that? Lo mein is just, so it's just a style of noodle. Like those thick noodles with pesto on them, I'd eat that. What makes a lo mein? Does it have to have the sauce on it? Like the lo mein sauce? Like, cause that mixed with pesto, I don't know how that would taste. Yeah, lo mein is a Chinese noodle dish mixed with, yeah. So I think lo mein is technically like the actual meal with the seasonings and spices with the sauce in it. Is it a sauce? I don't know. I'm such an idiot. I'm so ignorant. I eat lo mein and I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it tastes good. So terrible. It's terrible. It says sauce mixture. So there is it's got vegetable oil in it. I think I'm going to Google pesto lo mein and see if it's a thing. Oh my God. Sun-dried tomato pesto lo mein. It's a thing? Is there a photo? Now I'm on a deep dive. This is one thing I did not look up. Oh my God, it actually looks pretty good. Okay. Yep, I'd eat that. Yep. I'd eat that. Mhm. Mhm. Sorry. Oh, teriyaki pesto? Mm. I think it's technically the dish. I am definitely in favor of pesto lo mein. The one on here was a sun-dried tomato pesto lo mein, which I'd eat that. I would eat that. I would eat that. But speaking of lo mein, this is really random, but I saw this video, right, of this English girl from England. She's English English girl. She it made me so angry, this video, like irrationally, and not just annoyed that someone would do this. Well, she filmed, so she was visiting Canada, um, and she went to a Chinese restaurant in Canada, and it was different from her experience in England, I guess. They didn't have any duck pancakes or something, was like her first. She's like, that's the first thing that was wrong. It's like, okay, well, you went to a Chinese restaurant and they had a different menu than what you're used to. Oh my goodness. But she filmed like her entire experience at this restaurant, and it was just like ignorant and terrible, and I wanted to slap her by the end of it. It was not a good video. But anyway, that's really random, but that's a video that made me really mad. But she asked for a type of sauce, that's actually like a Vietnamese sauce. So they wouldn't have it in a Chinese restaurant. And like they ate the vegetable fried rice, and they're like, that was actually pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, it's vegetable fried rice. Of course it's good. And then she goes, and then the lo mein came out, and it just didn't look right. And I looked like she's filming her whole experience, and it looks like lo mein. It looks like lo mein, like chicken lo mein. I would have gotten the vegetarian lo mein because that's what I get. I get the veggie lo mein and the veggie fried rice, and then I have meals for like a decade because they give you so much at the restaurant, like right down my street. They give you like enough that I have like meals for like a week, and I love it. But like, it looked like their veggie lo mein, like just chicken. And I'm like, it looked like lo mein. And she's just like, oh, it just didn't look right. So we didn't even eat it. I'm like, you didn't even try it? Why did you go to a Chinese restaurant? Like, if you don't like Chinese food. And then like they ordered something that they didn't know what it was, and it came out, and it was like, it looked like fried, it almost looked like fried octopus to me. But they're like, it just smelled so bad and blah blah blah, and so they covered it up with like a napkin instead of just being like, hey, sorry, this wasn't what I thought it was. So we don't want this, sorry, like, and asking him to take it away. She like covered up with a napkin and was like, it's really disgusting and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, then why did you order it if you didn't know what it was? It was one of the most ignorant video I've seen on the internet. I just wanted to punch her. I wanted to punch her because the lo mein looks so good. So good. Like, I was literally like drooling, like watching them like bring it out in her video, and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. And she's like, well, it just doesn't look right. I'm like, it looks like lo mein. Like, I'm sorry, it's not the westernized version that you have over there. Maybe it's a different it's a different restaurant, but and to vlog all of it and just show like how like it's just unnecessary and just rude and just ugh. Video really made me mad. Can you tell? It stuck with me. Stuck with me. Like, don't get Chinese if you don't like Chinese food. Like, what? Like, I struggle with, I will someday. I'm determined. Someday I will find something Indian, like food wise, that I like besides naan. Because who doesn't love naan? I really struggle with that. Like, but I don't film it, and I always try whatever I get, and what I don't eat I give to Josh. And like, but I have yet to find what I like. We don't have an Indian restaurant in our town, So like whenever we get, like, we rarely get Indian, and when we do, it's always like stuff that, like, I don't know, the spices are like, I'm a weak palate. I got a weak palate. And Josh loves Indian food so much. And I'm like, I wish like I could find what is my dish. I will find it. I'm determined. But I don't know what it is yet. It's such a bummer. Such a bummer. I try. I do try. I don't vlog it and go, this is disgusting. I'm just like, no, this wasn't for me. This wasn't what I liked. You know, I have a weak palate. I'm a sissy. But like, there's like such a difference. Like, it's like, but I don't actively seek out, like, when I'm traveling, I don't actively seek out Indian restaurants, because like usually when I'm traveling, it's like, I know that I'm struggling to find something that I like. And I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put that on the person, like that, especially in another language too. I'm like, I don't want to put that on them and let them think that I don't like their food. It's just like, I just haven't found my dish yet. I haven't found it. I will. I'm determined. It's just, my palate is so weak. I'm so weak. Both of the ones that are, mild or, yeah, chicken. Josh likes the lamb curry, and I've yet to find a curry that I really like too. I'm just like, I try so hard. There was like a couple samples recently at work of like Indian like food samples that you cook these things and you pour them over rice. And even those, I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I tried them and my stomach just like doesn't like it. My tongue doesn't like. My tongue's like fire. And I'm like, I want to like it so bad, but I can't. I don't like it yet. I'll get there. I will find something. Right now, it's like rice and naan and the desserts. Yeah, the desserts. I had like some kind of like orange. It was orange or mango. It was probably mango, I think. I think it was mango. Like some mango dessert. And I'm not usually a mango. I'm not usually a mango person. But whatever. Oh, it was good. I had a dessert like that when we were in Spain, because we got Indian food when we were in Spain. And I felt bad. I got like some kind of rice with vegetables or something in it, and I still didn't like it. It's the spices. My palate is such a weak jerk, and I hate it. I'm like, I want to find my dish. I will find it. Determined. I need to like go on TikTok and ask like the Indian food creators on TikTok. I'm like, I need to go there and I just need to try all the recipes and I need to find what my food is. I'm determined. But like, yeah, like it's like people that do that, they go to restaurants and just, I have never like, I've never vlogged an experience in a restaurant. First off, I usually take pictures of what I like, or my meal. I like, especially when we travel, because I like to remember my dishes. I am that guy. I like to take pictures of it because I like to remember my meals. Because usually they're really good. But I couldn't imagine vlogging. That's annoying. First off, that's just annoying and rude to like be vlogging during a whole meal. I like to be present for my meal. But I couldn't imagine, even if I did vlog, I couldn't imagine being like, this was just disgusting and this was this. And I couldn't imagine being that guy. That is just disrespectful and rude and just privileged and annoying. It makes me want to slap the person vlogging. Anyway. Ooh, like a cucumber sauce. Huh. There is, we have one downstairs. I think it's a split pea like type. It's not, is it a curry? It's like a split pea something or other. I don't know. There is an Indian restaurant in the town where I go to school. but they have really weird hours. Like it's always like their hours are like literally when I have class. And I like it's not like no before, no after. It's like what? Blooms. What the heck? Their hours are really weird. Unless they've changed it. Yeah, 5 to 9 is their hours. Like it's just that, and my class is literally from 6 to 9. Yeah, 5 to 9 every day. It's always evenings. They don't have any mornings, no daytimes. So even if I went before class, like on Fridays and Saturdays, they're open till 11, but I don't have classes those days. Ooh, they have a garlic naan. Vegetable. They have vegetable samosas. Josh likes tikka masala. I don't like tikka masala. I tried tikka masala. I wish they had like images. I need to just do that. I need to just Google. I will find it. No, it's too far away to deliver. I don't think they deliver though. They might have like DoorDash or something, but it's too far away. It's like an hour drive to my school, so I don't think they're gonna deliver. That's the closest one. It's either an hour that way or an hour that way. It's like where the nearest Indian restaurants are. I know that there's going to be something. There has to be something. Yeah, some people just don't think. Yeah. That's true. If I ever get out of class early, that's true. I got out of class early this Monday actually. I should have gotten it. I didn't even think about it. And I rarely get out of class early. But there has to be something. It's a whole entire cuisine that stretches like there's got to be something that I like. It's just frustrating because I know that there is something. It's a whole entire cuisine. There's got to be something. I will find it. I'm determined. I just haven't tried enough. I haven't tried enough of it. Even like Josh has said that. He's like, well, you haven't tried that much. So, I will find it. Yes. I know I need the mild spice because I'm like my tongue is just a wuss. I do love like now Mexican food is where it's at. Like throw me in any Mexican restaurant and I will find something. Which is good because I used to growing up, well, I grew up poor, so like I didn't have that many options anyway. But growing up poor, I grew up in a very I always say stereotypical like white food household. Like the chicken wasn't even seasoned, like that would have been too spicy. My dad doesn't even put butter in his noodles when he makes noodles. Like he'll just make just noodles. No butter, no salt, no pepper, no garlic, not even parsley, man. No basil, no oregano, nothing. No seasoning was like in my house. So I grew up with really like poor taste buds. And I didn't start like eating, like trying other food. No Parmesan, no Parmesan. Yeah, it was just plain noodles. Noodles, just bland noodles. But like I grew up with like he doesn't even put I don't even think he puts salt and pepper in his and he doesn't put enough butter in his mashed potatoes even. Like he doesn't even put salt and pepper in that. And I'm like, who doesn't put at least salt and pepper in your mashed potatoes? But as I've gotten older, obviously my palate has changed. And I've tried like my dad would not eat Chinese food growing up, like he refused. And so that was like I didn't eat Chinese food because if he wasn't getting it, then why would I get it, So it wasn't until I was older that I even tried Chinese food. Same with like, you don't like butter either. Oh, I love butter. Oh, I love butter. It's not. It's healthier. Yes, it's healthier not to have it. Oh no, he's back. Give me it. You gotta let go of it. But yeah, I didn't. And Mexican food, like we'd have like a white person taco night, you know, growing up, like with like very little seasoning. But so it wasn't until like I was older that I started like actually eating food, not eating actual seasoned food. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Started actually being adventurous, which is just what normal people eat. What, buddy? Did you bring it back? I don't see it. I didn't bring it back. It's all the way over there. I can't reach that. But anyway, now I'm obsessed with Mexican food, and I'm obsessed with Chinese food, and it's like exactly, it's never too late. Well, we travel a lot too. I think that was a major like contribution to like, and I think that's another reason why I want to find like what Indian food that I like, because like we still haven't gone to like, we want to go to Morocco, but like we do want to go to India someday. We really want to go to Morocco, but like that's like another thing. Like I want to find a food for when I travel. Oh. But maybe that's when I'll find it, when we actually travel. Like I didn't even like pesto. I didn't even like, I looked at it, I'm like, it's green. And now pesto is like a staple in my house. Anyway, that was a whole random food talk. We'll blame Sunny. Oh, sorry, I shook you guys. Blame Sunny. Oh God, he's coming back. Oh my goodness, you are so needy. Oops, that wasn't a very good throw. Anyway. The moral of the story is experiment with food and try new foods, and don't be a jerk about it if you go to a restaurant and it's not what you expected. Because maybe you just don't actually like Chinese food. You're crazy, but maybe you don't. Yeah, right? Chinese food's delicious. Anyway. What? You didn't bring it back. It's all the way over there. I am too short. I cannot reach. Anyway. Thanks to Sunny. Yeah. Do I have anything else about? Oh, I did write pesto lo mein. Anyway, what else do I? Oh my God! What? Ah. Are you gonna bite me? Are you gonna bite me? Where's your mouse? Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Oh. He's so needy. Anyway. Oh yeah, the Medusa, because of the Medusoid mycelium. Yep. The Medusa image. What chapter is it? 5. I've said this before, but this is one of my favorite illustrations of all time. Oh, yes, I will throw it in 2 seconds, my boy. And I think I was working on my Medusa story when I was working on my Medusa story when I read this last, because I wrote in like the captions, I wrote like, my Medusa. And I'm like, oh, just hit myself in the face. I'm like, oh, I was working on my Medusa story at that point. See, you're crying and you didn't even bring it back. Yes, my Medusa story. I put it on the side burner because I'm writing my queer pirate novel right at the moment. So it's on the side burner, but I will go back to it. It also sucks because I want to do her justice. And I don't know if it's like going to be Medusa herself or if it's going to just be a Gorgon story. I know it's a love story, and it's a fantasy love story, and it's a queer fantasy love story, but it's just, I gotta actually like sit down and write it. And now I'm like, I need to focus on my queer pirate project and get the damn queer pirate book done. So it's done. And I just had a breakthrough like yesterday, and I'm like, oh, and but anyway, I gotta finish that first. Okay. I'm not allowed to work on my Medusa story until I finish that. Medusa takes way too much work too. She takes more work, so. Submarine. See, I would freak out, I think, if I was in a submarine. I don't think I'd be good in a submarine. I don't know. I think I'd be claustrophobic. It's too far away, bud. You gotta bring it closer. It's too far away. But I don't know. See, I like when I was in Turkey, I went to like underground cities, because they have lots of underground cities in Turkey. From way back. And I want to go back to Turkey so bad. I love that damn place. It's so beautiful there. So, and I was fine there in that, but I think that, I think a submarine would be too, I think it would be, I don't think I could do it. And I can't swim. So I think that would be another factor that would scare me. Like being underwater and trapped in, it depends how big the submarine is, I guess. I don't know. And closed spaces. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't want to be that guy who goes on the submarine and starts freaking out, and then everybody has to stop what they're doing to get me out, and then I ruined the experience for everyone. I don't want to be that guy. I don't know. Submarine, yes. Cave, not so much. See, that's what I mean. Like, I would pick cave. But I live in Pennsylvania, so, and we have so many caves here. I've like grew up going to caves and stuff. Caves don't really bother me. Yeah, caves don't bother me. We went to a cave in Tennessee as well, and that was fine. I get a little antsy in some parts, but for the most part, I'm pretty good. Underwater cave. Oh, yeah. No. Yep. No. Underwater cave. Nope. Oh. Can't swim safe. Yeah. You could actually finally like see all the stuff that people see when they're like diving and stuff. Scubaing. Yeah. I don't know. Just underwater cave. Yeah, too many. That's so true. Too many creepy crawlies hiding in those kind of stories. Like in that stuff. In my story, Medusa lives in a cave. In my story. Because where the hell else is she gonna live? But yeah. Yeah, caves I can do. Caves are fine. Caves are cool. We have a cave that has we have Penn's Cave here, which I don't know how far away is it from me. It's not that far from me. Penn's Cave. And it's actually, you take a boat. It's actually water. You take a boat through the cave. It's not a walking through cave, which most of the caves I've been to is a walking through, except for Penn's Cave. Penn's Cave is a boat. You take it through. It's actually really cool. I think they also have like a wildlife park. Oh, I was distance. I forgot what I was doing. Distance to Penn Cave. Okay, that didn't work. My phone's gonna die. Let's do it. How far away is Penn's Cave?
The drive from your location to Penn's Cave and Wildlife Park is 50.1 miles.
So it's like an hour. It's like an hour away. Yeah, it's like one road. It's like a really woodsy drive, I think. But yeah, I don't know how to swim. Moby Dick. And In the Heart of the Ocean, which was what Moby Dick was based on. Oh, see, I've never read Moby Dick. I've tried many times. I don't think I've ever finished it. I think I read most of it when I was in high school. Cover your booty. No one wants to see that. I feel like I won't learn how to swim now. You know, like I'm too old. I'm like, I'm at the point where it's like, eh. You know, but it can be done. My one friend, she's 30. She's a few years older than me. 35, 34, 35. I don't know, but she's something around there. And she learned how to swim when she was like 30. So it can be done, but I'm not going to do it. She also had access to like the ocean, you know, and stuff, and you know, she lives in LA, so like near LA, so she has access to the ocean, like, so she could swim, and she surfs with her hubby taught her how to surf and all that. So not me. I don't have the patience to learn how to swim now. If I had a pool, maybe, but see, I can't swim. I can't swim in no ocean. I can't swim in no pool. I can't swim. The whaling sections, yeah. I didn't enjoy what I did read. I did read what's it called? And the Ocean Was Ours or something. It was by Patrick Ness? Which he kind of is on my crap list lately, but he said some not cool things not too long ago. Ocean, I'm pretty sure it was him. Yes. And The Ocean Was Our Sky, which is like an illustrated retelling. It's half illustrated, half like told. But I read that, and that was like told from the perspective of the whale. Like retelling kind of thing. And that was actually it was okay. But there's some dark stuff, but the illustrations are absolutely beautiful. Like it's worth it just to read it for the illustrations alone. But yeah, it says, yeah, a haunting tale of power and obsession that turns the story of Moby Dick upside down. And it's like the whale is like haunting the ship, I think. It's been a long time since I've read it. It's like this big, but yeah, it like turns it again, like it flips it, and the whales are hunting the ships. It says, yeah, led by the formidable Captain Alexandria, like the whale, Captain Alexandria, they fight a never-ending war against men. Then the whales attack a man ship, and instead of easy prey, they find the trail of a myth, a monster, perhaps the devil himself. With their relentless captain leading the cause, they embark on the final hunt, one that will forever change the worlds of whales and men. But anyway, yeah, it's Moby Dick upside down, it says. But the illustrations in that book is like stunning. But I should go get it. It's on my shelf. Oh, I'll go get it, and I'll throw his mouse while I'm at it. Hold on. Come on. This is what it looks like. You see a tail? So nuts. So cute. I read a Monster's Calls by him is really good. Like visual wise, and I really like A Monster Calls, but like this is what it looks like naked. Like it. Is that naked? It's like really pretty. But I want a tail. Don't we all? But yeah, the illustrations are like really cool. And it's weird because it's like the book is literally like the whole story upside down. Like even like there's like a ship that's like upside down. It's not just me with the book upside down. And it gets like more and more blood comes into it, and it's like those are sharks. But yeah, anyway, it's worth a read, at least for the illustrations alone. Like I really like the illustrations. I don't think I liked like the actual book itself that much, but illustrations, like they were enough that it was worth reading. It's a really pretty book. Illustrated by Ravina Kai. She's from Melbourne, Australia. But yeah. Anyway. It's really beautiful book. It's really pretty. Like I said, the story itself is just that, but it's really pretty. I guess it would probably make more sense to me if I read, if I read Moby Dick. But anyway, it's pretty. Well, Monster Calls, the illustrated edition, is really pretty too. I like that book by him, but he's just. I have a couple books of his on my TBR. Sorry, and I just haven't gotten to them. Anyway, I'm at an auction. Just bought a TBR Promise. Sold to the person with no self-restraint. That's me all the time. Like I have like hold on, let's go to like my gallery on my phone. Especially like it is just I took a screenshot of this on TikTok because it was so cute. Look at that handsome boy. It looks like one of my kitties. I'm like, I need to get a bow tie. But like there is a book rec. There's a book rec from Twitter. There's a whole bunch of book recs from Instagram. There's more book recs. Like that's like all I do is like 95% of like my screenshots are just book recommendations. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I need to remember that. Oh yeah. And then there's like I took a screenshot of like this article about Great British Baking Show because I wanted to send it to Josh. Anyway, this Great British Baking Show is so good. So good. Anyway. Bowtie kitty, isn't it cute? Oh my goodness. My phone is so full of just pictures of books, like recommendations. It's stupid how many. Like that's what most of my screenshots are. It's ridiculous. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, and I hardly ever even remember to go back and into it because I'm just like, duh. But it's there. It's there for when I need it. I just need to remember to go back. Anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, I got another deep dive before I forget about it. So, I went on a deep dive about Hobson's Choice because I wanted to know more about Hobson's Choice because it's brought up in the book. And I'm like, okay, Hobson's Choice is basically like that whole like, yeah, deep dive. Here we go. But Hobson's Choice is like that whole take it or leave it like choice. It's like a choice, but it's not actually a choice. Like you're either going to take it or you're going to not get anything that's going to satisfy. So I went on a deep dive about Hobson's Choice, right? I just Googled Hobson's Choice and I brought up that and like talked about that. And that whole story is true. on how it came about. Supposedly, the internet said so. Yeah, how there's like no good choice. You either get like a substitute for like an alternative for what you actually want, or you get nothing at all. Which either way, you're not satisfied. But I ended up Googling it, and there is a British romantic comedy called Hobson's Choice that came out in 1954. And it is a little sexist because it came out in 1954, and it is about a tyrannical father who he's a bootmaker, and he owns like a boot making shop. And he has 3 daughters, and they're trying to get away from him because they're sick of him, and they're trying to like marry out, but he won't let them get married because due to the payments that you have to make when you get married, like the financial settlements that would go out to them at the time. But anyway, so I was reading about this damn movie, this like romantic comedy. It's like it kind of was like, so this girl falls in love with like a low life, but he's not a low life. She falls in love with one of his employees, her dad's employees. One of his daughters falls in love with the dad's employee, and the dad obviously doesn't approve of this match or whatever. And they have like nothing. And then they eventually like, I guess the dad like, this is like, I haven't watched this movie, but it sounds insane at this point. I guess the dad like goes insane. Like he starts drinking too much, and he goes like a little crazy and starts like hallucinating. So they end up like getting the money from, like they end up like starting their own competitive bootmaker thing. I think I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if that's true. This is just what Wikipedia told me. So they end up like starting like their own business together. The daughter and the guy she's in love with, the employee. And she has like the business sense side of things, and he's got like the work ethic, I guess. So together they make like a good team. And like when he proposed to her, he proposed with like a brass like ring, not a gold one. And like at the end, she decides to like, this is actually really sweet. I really like this. She decides to keep her brass one because they've made money from like this like business that they've done together, which is kind of feminist. The fact that she's even allowed to participate in the business at that time period is like kind of, revolutionary, but not the fact that she's basically sold. She's basically property to her father. But so she keeps her brass ring because it reminds her of like where they started and like their roots and like where their love started. And I'm like, okay, you got me. I'm like, huh. But anyway, that's really random. But I went on a deep dive about this movie that called Hobson's Choice. and then I'm not done yet. And then I also Googled I kept Googling Hobson's Choice. There is a bar in San Francisco that is a rum bar called Hobson's Choice. And their September drinks are the Jamaican Vacation, which is 2 types of rum, orange juice, and pineapple. And it sounds so good. And the Rum Rita, which is citrus and a pineapple rum, and a fresh lime and lemon juice on the rocks with or without salt. And then they have Clay Pigeon Shots, which is rum, cranberry juice, triple sec, and a splash of lime juice. Those are their drinks for September. But it's an all rum bar in San Francisco. They have the largest selection of rum in the U.S. Ta-da! That's it. That is the deep dive I did on Hobson's Choice, and it led me to a rum bar, and it made me want a drink. I like rum. So, ta-da! Yeah, it is the largest selection of rum. I forget how many different kinds they have of rum. I didn't save my search. I should have. But it is the largest selection of rum in the country. But that is like what they primarily serve. But every month they have like 3 different drinks that are their drinks of the month. But Those were their 3 different drinks. A rum Rita, a Jamaican vacation, and clay pigeon shots. Clay pigeon shots. I'm not a shots person. Clay pigeon shots. They sounded freaking good. I think I'd get the rum Rita though. I like margaritas, and it's like a rum Rita sounds good. Anyway. Since choice. Rum bar. Yeah. They said they like styled the bar after during the 18th century, rum became England's most popular spirit. As rum was brought back from the new colonies, the British realized its inherent appeal and ability to be mixed into fantastic concoctions, known as a punch. By the end of the century, in almost every living room, inn, or pub, a punch bowl appeared. Thus blossomed punch houses. They were relaxing environments, plenty of couches, colors, and Victorian flair. And that's what this place models themselves after, like a traditional like punch bar, which is kind of cool. So if you're ever in San Francisco, you can check out their bar. Drink specials. Oh, the rums. Yeah, go to the rums. How does it have a list? You can look them up online too. Their collection of rums changed weekly and is dependent on variables such as availability, popularity, and staff consumption. See below for a comprehensive list. I don't see the list. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh my goodness, they got lots. And they tell you where they're from. 1, 2, 3. I can't even count them. I can't count them. They got rums from everywhere. They got one from Canada. They got Malibu. It's from Canada. Ooh, they got one from Grenada. Jamaican rum. They got one from everywhere. Paraguay. A bunch from Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, Trinidad. A bunch from the U.S. Some Venezuelan rums. St. Lucia rums. Anyway, they got a ton of rums. Anyway, there you go. Anyway. Maybe he was. I don't know why they call it Hobson's Choice, though. I don't know. Maybe because you have no choice but to get rum at this place. I don't know. But anyway. You don't drink. I didn't used to drink. I didn't used to drink, but I turned 30 and then I started drinking. And I don't drink. I've never been drunk, ever. I've been tipsy. Or I'm starting to be like, whoa, the room is starting to move a little bit. But I've never been intoxicated. This bad rum or this bad. I think it's more like you can have rum or you can have rum. Or maybe the person's name was Hobson. Maybe it was like the guy who started it. They don't have a thing that says like why it's called Hobson's Choice. I wish they did. They have a Twitter and they have a Facebook. They were established in 2016, it looks like. But it's the rum. I want to see a photo of it. What? It says that it's a rum specialist in a cozy Victorian house. So it's in like a house. Are you serious? Google Maps. Put me at street level. Anyway, I'll look later. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm looking now. It's a big old house. Doesn't look very cozy, but okay. I'll take your word for it, guys. Looks like it's across the street from people from that show. Oh my goodness. I can hear the theme song. Yep, I can't think of it. Full House. It looks like they're across the street from the Full House people. It looks like one of those houses with like the bay windows. Anyway. Yeah, apparently. Apparently Malibu's from Canada. I didn't know. I would think that it would be from Malibu, but I guess not. Can you tweet them? They have a Twitter. It says it's in a house. It says it's in a Victorian house. But anyway. I like rum. I like a rum cocktail. I like tequila too, if it's in a cocktail. Rum is like a really easy rum, and it seems like rum and tequila are really easy to hide. Well, rum especially is like really easy to hide in drinks, you know, like you don't taste it, which is what I need. Although when we were in New Orleans, Josh had a whiskey. What the hell was it? Whiskey sour? No. An old fashioned? Was that whiskey? I don't know. He had a whiskey something, some kind of whiskey cocktail. And I never had whiskey before. So I had a sip of his, and woo! It's like at first it's like, oh, it burns, but then I'm like, oh, it kind of like afterwards I'm like, oh, it's kind of nice. It's kind of smooth. But yeah, I don't drink enough to know enough. Like I have wine in my fridge. That's like it. I don't ever get intoxicated. Like usually when we go out, if we have a drink, like I just sip, and usually Josh finishes my drink. Like can't remember I have literally never finished like a drink. Josh always finishes my stuff for me because I just like, once I start to get a little like, whoo, I'm like, okay, you take it. I don't want it no more. So I'm like terrified of like getting sick. My body is really weak too, so it's like, nah. But anyway, that was the deep dive I did. Anyway. Ta-da! See, they're tangents, but they're tangents kind of almost not really related to the story. Yeah. Malibu. That's what it said. Malibu rum. Malibu rum. It says it's Caribbean rum. How is it from Canada? Unless I read that wrong and it said Caribbean, but I'm like 98% sure that said Canada. I should probably. Now I need to know. Did I read that wrong? Am I an idiot? No, it says Canada Malibu. Maybe they have like a factory in Canada. I'm going to type it in, Canada. Malibu rum. It says right here, Malibu rum is the world's best-selling Caribbean rum. Maybe they typoed. Maybe they meant to say that it's from. Where is Malibu rum made? Haha. It's owned by Pernod Ricard. Okay. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Tell me where it's made. This is a country of origin is Barbados. Now it bothers me. That bothers me. Maybe they messed up. I don't know. Anyway. See, that's like Caraco. Does Malibu have a Twitter? Probably. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Malibu. We can message them. Where are you made? Malibu Gate. It's like Watergate. Malibu Gate. We want to know where you're made. Malibu rum Twitter. Yep. Yep. They have a Twitter account. They have a South African page. They have a U.S. page, Malibu Rum U.S. They have a South African Malibu Rum account. Anyway. Damn deep dives. I was so like that brings up like recently a girl on Twitter or TikTok was mentioning how she was on Twitter and she saw someone like saying that middle grade lowered, like some girl was like middle grade lowered, not middle grade, YA lowered my reading comprehension. And I'm like, please. And I get so annoyed when people are like, YA and middle grade, you don't get anything out of those. And I'm like, I learn more from YA and middle grade than I do from adult books. I'm sitting here reading smut all day. And it's like, I don't learn anything from that. Well, anything appropriate from that. And here I am going on deep dives about Hobson's Choice. I learned about a random movie in the 1950s. And I'm learning about a rum bar in San Francisco that I will 110% be visiting if I ever get to San Fran. 100% I will be visiting, and I will be having one of their beverages. I don't want just straight rum though. Oh. But they do have other cocktails. They have like their 3 main cocktails, then they have the regular rum, and then they have like the Bahama Mamas and like the Cuban special, which sounds good. But they have like daiquiris and the Mai Tais and the mojito. I don't like mojitos. Ooh, they have a zombie. That doesn't sound good. Oh my god, it's got like 4 different types of rum in it. Ooh, that will kill you. Oh. It says right here, it says if you have more than, it's called the zombie. It's got 4 different rums in it, a lemon with lemon, lime, and pineapple juices. Oh my god, it sounds so good. It says more than 2 of these drinks and you might become one. You might become a zombie. Yeah, I don't even think I could handle 1. Oh my goodness. I would be like, it sounds good. Anyway, sorry. Drinking. But anyway. I find if I don't keep some challenging reading that makes my reading comprehension can slip. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like people give like middle grade like such a bad rap. I think if you like, I was arguing, I'm like, I dare anyone to read The Gilded Wolves, because I just read that like twice. And I'm currently reading the 2nd book in the series, and it is so good. Roshni Chotsky, I would read her grocery list. She is phenomenal, and I am super, super envious as a writer of her way with words. It makes me so frustrated as a writer, but enamored as a reader. And it's like I dare anyone to read that and be like, my reading comprehension was lowered, because my brain is just like, this is the most beautiful words. But anyway. How many words have I learned from Lemony Snicket? And how much have we learned about the water cycle? I wrote about the water cycle in my notes because the water cycle is so, it is, because he like constantly brings it up and like, it's like, now you're asleep, so you don't have to worry about, and I'm like, it is such, the water cycle is such a good like counting sheep thing, because it's just keeps going. It's just a circle. So it's like, you get like hypnotized. So it is like, it is such a like a thing that's like very much like circle. But it also, that doesn't include research. Yeah. That's very true as well. Like the research part. Like I go on so many deep dives because of middle grade. And I think also, I think I learned so much more, especially since YA and middle grade, like those 2 age ranges, I've said this before, but like the biggest strides have been happening in those age ranges when it comes to like diversity and like representation. So like I learn a lot about, you know, culture and stuff from them, from those age ranges, like more than I learn from adult, for sure, without a doubt, like easily. Like even back when I was like ignorant about like asexual, like I didn't know shit about what it was like to be asexual, because I'm not asexual and I don't know anyone personally. Well, I don't have friends in real life, so that's not really saying anything. But like I didn't know anyone that was asexual, so like I didn't have anything to like preface it on. And then I read Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, and that has an asexual aromantic character, and I'm like, oh, and like, see, that was middle grade, or that was YA, and it's like I learned so much from that book. And then from that it started like my research and looking into, like, because my brain, I have to do these deep dives, so then it led to me learning more about asexuality and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I get it now, see. And it's just like, yeah, there is so much you can get out of every book that you read if you're actually looking. Well, maybe not every book, but you can get a lot out of most books. But anyway, Josh, please take. Sorry, I'm behind in the chat. Please take me to San Fran. I'll get there eventually. I've been to LA, but I haven't been to San Fran. Yeah, why it doesn't make it. I know for me, I want to increase my comprehension. That takes active choices. Yeah. Yeah. Middle grade and YA are leaps and ahead of diversity. Yep. Then we have people that like to ban books. Yep. It is absolutely insane, the banned books in the US right now. And and you have people who are just so ignorant to it as well. Like, you either have people like us who are reading and we're like, what the hell? Like, why are you banning these books? Or you have people on the complete opposite side who are like, we need to ban books. Our kids, save the children. And it's like, meanwhile, they like, yeah, you're the same people who are cutting funding to, to kids, like, to expand like WIC benefits to help feed kids. Like, I think there's one in. It used to be 1 in 4. I think it's 1 in 6 now. Don't quote me on that, but like the poverty line for children, it's like 1 in 6 children is growing up in poverty now. Maybe it's 1 in 7. It's bad, and it's like in the U.S. and it's like, and they keep cutting funding to benefits that would help children get fed. And no, they're too busy worrying about books. And but yeah, and then you have the people who are like in the middle, but like are completely ignorant to both sides. Like, I've seen so many, like, it's banned books week this week, next week, this week. I think it's banned books week right now. I'm not sure. I'm ignorant, but it's like you have people that are commenting on like these banned books posts, and they comment and they're like, well, that's funny because I went to Barnes and Noble the other day and I saw all of these books on the shelf. And I'm like, well, first off, no, you didn't. Okay. Don't lie and say that you went to Barnes and Noble with a list of the 1,200 books that Republicans are trying to have ripped out of schools in Tennessee. Like, get out of here. You went to the Barnes and Noble. Yeah. So don't lie to me, first off. And second off, it's like, it's not being banned from, like, some of it is being banned from stores. Like, books like Genderqueer are like are constantly challenged. Like, that's like one of the biggest ones right now. Genderqueer is. I just bought Genderqueer last month, the month before, 2 months, 3 months ago. Oh my god, I lost track of time. I haven't read it yet, but I bought Genderqueer because I'm like, oh, Republicans are banning this. It must be good. So it's like, okay, but like, it's like you can still buy a lot of these books. It's like that's the fact that it's being ripped out of schools and libraries, but they are even trying to extend that further, where they're trying to ban people from even buying these books and having access to them, which is just insane to me. But yeah, the biggest thing is pulling them from libraries and schools, and it's just I just, it's like, and it's predominantly like I have that list of 800 somewhere. It's actually like right over there somewhere. But I have that list of like 800 books that Matt Gates, was it Matt Gates? Like his list that he made, and I went through it and like cataloged it, and it's mostly queer books. That's a consistent. It's queer and it's Black and brown and Indigenous people. Their books. It's abortion. Like one of them is a medical textbook, and it's like we need these ripped from schools, and it's like I think the medical textbook has an abortion procedure in it, and it's like this needs to be ripped from schools. Honey, that's not in elementary school. Ain't no elementary school library got a medical textbook in it. Okay, I don't know what school you went to, but But anyway, it's extremely frustrating, and it's my soapbox that I will die on. Here comes Cat. Oh, he doesn't have a mouse. I'm not throwing it. It's too far away. Your mouse is all the way over there. You gotta bring it back. Love you. But anyway. Yes, I love. Yes. I don't know if you can you see his paws? He's pulling on me. Yes, I'm here. I love you. I love you so much. You're such a good boy, Troko. Anyway. Yeah. There's a big correlation between hindering education of children. Yeah, there's a big correlation between that and what the Republicans fund, I would just say. They're trying to make more cannon fodder for their wars, is what more people to shove into a country that they don't need to be in. Anyway. Yep. The GOP they're special. They make some interesting choices, but anyway. It's my soapbox. Caution tape all over banned books. Yeah. I think a lot of libraries and schools are doing banned books displays anyway right now, like on purpose, because they're trying to especially librarians are trying to like combat this. But even librarians have been like, if you really want to get angry, just Google like librarians and like what they've been dealing with right now, like news articles of like librarians being attacked, of people going into libraries and doxing like the librarians, like in like interviewing them to see like what books they have and where they're at, and like just harassing them. Like it is some really fascist type behavior. I don't know. I can't think of another word for it. I don't like to say like Nazis, because that puts like it makes the Holocaust seem like it doesn't put enough, like I don't want to do that. The Holocaust is another thing that they try to pretend didn't happen. It's like they're just but it's definitely like a type of fascism, and it's really scary actually, and I don't like it. But anyway, it's good times. Being in the US is fun. It's not scary at all these days. Yeah. It's it just makes me so mad. Anyway. We live in a really great nation. Fortunately, Shannon gets to stay on the outside of it. You don't want to be here. It's so scary. Oh my goodness. But yeah. It really breaks my heart that it's like mostly queer books that are challenged as well. Like because as a kid, I didn't have, like, growing up in the 90s, like, my library didn't have any, like, queer books. And if it did, you, like, really had to dig for them, like, really look for them. So, like, and it would have changed my life, like, if I had access to the books I have access to now, would have changed my life. And yeah. And it's just really messed up that, like, I don't know, it's just really messed up that, like, children could have access to books that maybe would have, like, saved me as, like, a kid, or maybe could save them, and that's being taken away because some guy doesn't like the word queer. Greg Abbott. It's just really scary. It's really weird, and it's just, I don't know. Oh, banned book recommendations. I follow a bookstore on TikTok, which we've kind of become like TikTok friends, her and I. Like, I will definitely 100% visit her store someday. But she's in Michigan, so it's a little bit of a drive. But she has a bookstore in Michigan, and her bookstore is, like, very much around, like, banned books and, like, and books on social activism, but she has, like, everything. She has kids books, but she's always posting really good videos with really good recommendations and stuff, and she's always posting about, like, this banned book stuff that's happening because it's scary and it's, like, messed up. I think like genderqueer is one of the biggest ones right now that I see on everybody, and I don't think a single GOP member has read it. I don't think they would. I'm not saying they'd enjoy it, but it's because there's a scene in it. There's like a sex scene. Not really. It is like there's a penis in it. I think. I haven't read it yet, but it isn't a kid's book. I don't think it's supposed to be shelved in the adult section. I think, or it's at least YA, which, but I think there's like the scene supposedly is like the character, like, from what I've heard, I haven't read it yet, but the character was like said no because they were uncomfortable with how things were progressing and they weren't ready to be intimate. And they said no, and then the other person said, okay, that's fine. We don't need to do this. And it's like, oh, like that's what's being banned. Someone saying no, and then the other person respecting their choices and saying, oh, we don't have to do this, instead of coercing them into doing something they were uncomfortable with. That's what's being banned. Got it. Like, and it's the same people who want to ban abortion, but then they also ban all sex education books. They ban sex education classes, which statistics have proven that sex education helps prevent teen pregnancy. Like, it's proven. It's like 1 billion studies have been done. Like, it is, like, but it doesn't matter how many facts you shove in these people's faces. They don't care. Anyway. It makes me so mad. Anyway. Ooh, a comic ship. Yeah, I haven't read it yet. I haven't read the genderqueer yet. I bought it, but I just haven't read it yet. But it's sitting somewhere. Like, I lost it. It's in here somewhere. I need to stop buying books, though, for real. But when a book gets challenged, I'm like, okay, add to cart. It's like these people make, like, reading lists for me, and it's like, I wish you wouldn't have. But like the book of 800, like, books that that I think it was Matt Gaetz, like, made. That one is just I think a part of me knows that it's like a publicity stunt. They're trying to distract you from the fact that they're taking away so many rights, and they're just, like, trying to distract even their own supporters with what they're doing to them, like the lack of funding that's going to their communities and to actually help children, because it's easier to here's a list of books that your kids shouldn't read. It's easier to do that than to actually fund, school food programs or help, fund libraries. It's or give teachers adequate pay. They don't want that. So it's easier to distract, because that list of 800 books is pathetic. It is so, like, I read the list and I'm like, this isn't even a good list. Like, I'm not going to tell them, but they're missing so many books that could be on this list that, by their standards, I'm not going to tell them that. But it's like, there's just like, it's like filler books. It's like the same book that's been published, like republished like 20,000 times, which is like like just a random like subject book on like abortion or something, or just random books on like teen pregnancy. The most outdated like YA books are on that list, like books that I wouldn't even pick up, like, just because they're just like, the themes are kind of just outdated, and like they're just, they're that brand of YA before YA really started diversifying, and it's just like, like I'm sure it's like a good book because it's challenged, but it's not. It's also just not a good book. It's like from like even before the Twilight era, of style of writing, and it's like y'all can do better. But and then there's then there's always the big names that they do come after, like Becky Arbitales. All of her books are on that list. Adam Silvera, all of her books are on this list. Angie Thomas, all of her books are on this list. It's just a really pathetic list. It's like, you can tell they don't actually read books. Whoa. Yes. But anyway. Yeah, it's very clear what they're doing, but they're like, Donald Trump said it best. He said, I would run for Republican Party because dumb people are easier to lead. And I'm not saying not all Republicans are dumb. That's like just a stereotype. But when you keep books away from people and you keep education away from people, it doesn't make the most enlightened people. And people who aren't enlightened, who don't know any better, are going to be easier to lead than people who have big ideas. Like, hello, like having education for everyone. Oh my goodness, did you see recently they want to stop funding for PrEP? He's stepping on the keyboard. He's going to end up ending this. They want to stop funding, like, for PrEP, like the Descovy by PrEP, Descovy for PrEP, like the pill you can take before being, I think you take it before. I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. Because women, I don't think women can take it. Or people who are assigned female at birth can't take it, I don't think. But Descovy for PrEP is like an AIDS. It's like an, not AIDS, but AIDS, HIV, like prevention medication. Like, you take it before you're intimate. And they're trying to defund that, like, and to make sure that doesn't count towards. Someone is mowing. Okay, maybe that's a truck coming through. Oh, it's a helicopter. Well, it's dark out. How do they see him? It's a helicopter. Oh my god. Yeah, the news story. Yes. Descovy by PrEP is like, it is. Yeah, it is to prevent, HIV spread. And they're trying to defund it, and their reasoning is because it encourages homosexual behavior, is their reasoning. And it's like, which is against the Bible. It all comes back to the Bible. And it's like, I don't give a shit. I don't care what you believe. It has nothing to do with me. I don't believe that. So what? Like, then you don't take it. Then you don't be gay. Like, why do you have to worry about anyone else? And it's like, you think that taking away a medication is going to stop people from being in. Like, it's that same stupid, like, vicious cycle of like lack of sex education, and then wondering why teens get pregnant, and want to have abortions. And it's like, It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's just tied to religion again. It's like, well, I don't believe in your book, so leave me out of it, you know? Like, it's like, and you wonder why so many people like turn away from religion like these days. Like more and more and more and more people are becoming atheists and turning away from like the Bible. It's like because y'all are getting crazy with it. Like, you know, you make people who are actually like loving Christians look terrible. Like it is like just saying loving Christian is cringy. It's like, but like it's just it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I don't I like it's just funny to me that we have this whole the same people who like to like talk about their piece of paper, you know, the piece of paper, like the Declaration of Independence, the piece of paper, you know, it's always back to that. Like, this wasn't what the forefathers intended and all that. It always comes back to that. And it's like, well, okay, where's separation of church and state again? Like, because y'all are just blending those lines. Like, it's no thing. Like, I just, like I said, it is a hill I will die on. Just, I think religion is like there's such a root of evil, and it's sad because there's like people who are religious that aren't, you know, like that, and they make their entire group look bad. It's just like but then people do the same thing with like Islam though, like because you have two different sects of Islam, or technically it's three sects now. It's three sects, isn't it? Three sects. But you have the two major sects of Islam, and like the minority one is the one that's like, because there's Shiite and Sunni. And Shiite, I believe, is the one that's more conservative Islam, and then gives Islam a bad rap because people think that that's all Islam is. And it's the same thing with like Christianity. Like we have our extremism in Christianity. You have like the freaking like evangelicalists that are just, and then you have just like your neighborhood Christian who minds her own damn business and loves everyone like she's supposed to. But anyway, speaking of extreme Islam, that poor woman in Iran. It was Iran. And I know people are going to take that and then make Islam look bad because of that, but it's just extreme Islam, which is just like extreme Christianity. It's the same crap. There's people that want to like, there's people that go shoot up nightclubs with gay people in it because they don't believe the same rights. They don't believe that gay people should exist. It's just extremism in any religion is bad. So anyway, that's my TED talk. I'm done. I'm done. The anonymous book written by that girl. Gwen. I remember that book too. Yeah. See, that's the good thing about social media. Like, you know, people give social media a bad rap, but it really does. It has changed the way that we interact with it. Like, it has bad stuff because it's connected racists and crazy people to each other just as much as it's connected, like, people who actually give a damn about other humans. Like, it's connected us, and we're more aware of each other, which is another thing that I think really pisses off conservative religious people. But it connects issues because, like, we would have never heard what was going on in Iran if we'd never heard about that girl if it wasn't for social media. But that poor woman, that poor girl. She was a girl. I don't know why I'm saying woman. She was like 22 or something, right? I think she was 22, and it's awful. It's awful. Extremism in any religion is absolutely just. Just. But I watched so many videos of like girls shaving their heads and burning their hijabs, like because of what happened to that girl, and it's like. But then I see comments of people being like, Islam is terrible. I'm like, no, it's not Islam. The problem is not with Islam. That is not the problem here. It is the extremism of a sect of Islam. It is a dictator that is running the country who is imposing these restrictions. It is a person that is doing this. It's not Islam. The problem is not Islam. There are tons of women who wear hijab freely because they want to wear hijab. It's like, ugh. It's like, no, that's not the. He's got his tongue out. You get your little tongue out, weirdo. But anyway. But then, yeah, like I said, you have the people that are like, see, the problem is Islam. And no, it's not. Like, pay attention. It's like, that is not the problem. Anyway. Oh, that's right. I do have to read Catastronauts. Oh, hold on. Let me see if it is on Kindle. No, let me see if my Libby app has it. Because then I can have it download to my Kindle. I forget how to spell it. Catastronauts. It went away. What the heck? I was typing that. Hello? I have it. I can borrow it. I borrowed it. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Your claws, bro. Ooh, and they have the second one, too. I can borrow that. Okay. I have it. It's on my Kindle. It's ready. I can read it. I have to read. I have like 3 other things that I got to read first that are going to be due back soon. I have. What do I got? What the heck? Where are my books? There it is. I have Legendborn, the audiobook for Legendborn came in. I have to finish that because 5 people are waiting. Oh my God. I have book 5. I think that's book 5 of the Percy Jackson series. No, book 4 of the Percy Jackson series to read that came in on audiobook. And I have Death Note, volume 7 that I borrowed that I have to read. And then I can read the kitty book. It asked me if I was allowed to show your gifts. Oh, or not your gifts, your emojis. I'm not allowed to show that cat emoji and the space emoji. Are these emojis safe? I'm surprised we were talking about Moby Dick earlier and it let us. It didn't even ask. Usually, remember that one time it asked? He's playing with a box. It asked that one time if I approved that message, but we were just talking about Moby Dick and like the chat, like it didn't even ask for it. But anyway, I got it. Soon. Hopefully it comes in soon. That cat in the box emoji is really offensive to me. Shannon, how dare you send that to me? Maybe it thinks like the Saturn, because it's like Saturn, right? Or is it, or Uranus doesn't have rings, right? I think that's Saturn, right? It's not Uranus. Uranus doesn't have rings. Sorry, Uranus. Because maybe it thought it was that. Oh, no, they do have rings. And it is on a tilt. Uranus is on a tilt, but Uranus is more blue. It's not like, that's like Saturn. It's like red, orange. Maybe that's what it thought it was, though. But Uranus does have rings. I didn't know that. I just knew it was on a tilt because of the Inner Planet Janet song from Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, that's why I knew that Uranus was built. Uranus is built on a funny tilt, and Neptune is its twin. And Pluto, little Pluto, is the farthest from the planet. It's the farthest from the sun or something. Is the farthest planet from the sun. Back when Pluto was a planet. Those were the days. Anyway. Never saw that show? I don't know what the. I highly recommend YouTubing any Schoolhouse Rock that you can, because Schoolhouse Rock is the best. Anyway. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube. I'm sure that and like the little sketches are on YouTube. I hope. They used to be. Interplanet Janet. I don't want to play it because it'll be like, you're violating. Interplanet Janet. 5. Yep. Interplanet Janet. It is here. You just have to Google it. But yeah, like I think they're all like, Schoolhouse Rocks are all like available. It's like public domain at this point. We're so old. Oh my goodness. Like Conjunction. Yeah, Conjunction Junction is definitely on. Yeah, Conjunction Junction. I'm Just a Bill. Yep. They're like all. Schoolhouse Rock. The interjections one is hilarious. The girl's like, wow. Anyway. Interplanet Janet teaches you all about the planets. Interplanet Janet, she's a galaxy girl, a solar system whiz from a future world. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. You don't want to hear me sing it. Reading Rainbow is, I've been, the other day I had the Reading Rainbow theme song stuck in my head. I was like at work and I'm like, take a look, it's in a book, the Reading Rainbow. I need to stop singing. I'm going to get flagged. He has his own, I follow him on Instagram. He has his own book club now. He just started it like in the past, like couple years, I think. He like made like a re-emergence and he has his own book club now. I think it's like adult books, but you know, what is his, let's see if I can find him. No, I follow him. Where is my Oh, my friend's pregnant again. It's like her third kid, fourth? No, third. Oh, too many kids. LeVar. There it is. LeVar Burton. Yes. LeVar Burton Book Club. His next book is you can join the club. His last book, or maybe current book. Oh no, that was July. Oh, he hasn't posted in a long time. So I don't know if it's still going. But back in July, his book was one of Colson Whitehead's books called Harlem Shuffle. But he does have a link tree. Oh, he's got merch. So a t-shirt that says read the books they don't want you to read. Here we go. LeVar Burton Book Club. They started this book in July, though. They still haven't finished it? Maybe he stopped doing his book club. Maybe he stopped doing it. Well, he did start it. Anyway, sorry. Deep dive. Anyway. That's what I watched. Captain Planet. Yes. I like the Weather Channel. Oh my goodness. Speaking of weather. Oh, no. We don't run across the keyboard. No, we don't do that. No, I know you want to. You know you do, buddy, but you can't do that. You can't do that. No, nope, 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 nope. I know. Mommy's mean. Mommy is the meanest. I'm so mean. How could I be so mean? Huh? How could I be so mean? Oh, oh, oh. What was I don't even know what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. I completely forgot. I lost it. Because what are you doing? Are you drunk? It's like stumbling. Oh, the Fable app. Oh, yeah. I don't have that. I'm not downloading that. I'm not downloading another app. Cat interference. Oh, I see. Okay, there's a mouse here and you're waiting for me. Is that why you jumped up here? Because you're like, attention, mother. Is that why? You're not going to say anything? You're just going to sit there and purr? I thought so. I knew you'd give in. Oh, that was a terrible throw. I am so sorry. I meant to throw it in the hallway. I failed. Yeah, I don't know. There's like so many like new book like app type things that it's just like I've downloaded so many in the past, like so many different kind of things, and it's just like even Storygraph. Like I like Storygraph, and I like that it's like different, and it's not sponsored through freaking. It's not owned by Amazon, and I want to use it more, but I don't. I wish I used it more, but I don't. I don't know. I'll get there eventually, maybe, but I use Goodreads the most. Goodreads is like linked to the Kindle too, so like when I finish a book, it just knows usually. So it's like, and like I read so many books on the Kindle that it keeps way better track than I do. But anyway, oh, what's he doing? He took the mouse away. He's like, I'll take it out here since you didn't throw it good enough. See his little ears poking up. Anyway, I don't know. What he's doing out there? Climbing and stuff. I have so much junk everywhere. As I half-assed rearranging the house. I gotta clean it all up soon, though. I gotta actually finish my rearranging because I'm going away on vacation. Can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, right. Like it's just like there's so many apps. I have so many that like I could delete that I never use. Like apps like I used to have like a folder that was just books folder. But I have like Byzans, which is a really cool app. If more people used it, it would be a really cool app because like you put books that you're reading in and then it forms like a group of other people that are currently reading that book and you can talk about it with other people, but hardly anyone uses the app, which sucks because it is a really cool idea and it is a really like cool app, but I don't use it enough. Like I don't. I deleted like 3 other like random like book apps like recently. Like I download them and then I check them out and see what they're like and then delete them. There was one that was like a book date and it was like Tinder where you like you swipe right on a book that you think finds interesting and it adds it to your TBR, or you swipe left on a book that you don't like, and that was an interesting concept, but it was only like I don't know, like the books were always like randomest things and I'm like I don't understand. It's a great idea. Again, great idea. But it's not. It's just in actuality, it's like, you know, I have I have Google, you know, and I have YouTube, and I have TikTok, and I have all these other options to get book recommendations that I don't need, like an app that. Like, it's a great idea. It is a great idea. Book Tinder is a great idea. It's a great idea, but. And it was like Tinder. Well, I've never seen Tinder in person. I've only seen like screenshots of other people's like Tinder stuff. I've never used the app in person, so I don't know what it's actually like. But it was very similar to what I've seen, where it's like just a little bit about the book, like just blurbs. It was like you were dating the book. It's like, and if it sounded interesting, you swiped right, and it told you more about it, and then added it to your TBR. It's a good idea, but in actuality, it wasn't that like seamless. Anyway. Yeah. Storygraph is another one that's like really great. And I wish I used it more, but I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. I have ADHD too, so like the best part about Goodreads connecting to like the Kindle is that I don't have to remember to put my books in. Like today I put in Grim Grotto because I didn't remember. Like I just pick up a book and I start reading. And I used to like track my Goodreads like really good. I would update like every day. I would update like how far I read every day. I don't do that anymore. And it's the same thing with like Storygraph, like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. My ADHD can't. But anyway. Right. More apps, less time for very true. And it's like TBR is huge. Yeah. Mine too. Like there's 2 owl crates right over there, right? That I haven't put away yet. I literally brought them in from what, because I work right here. And I literally brought them in on my lunch break and opened them up, sitting here eating my lunch, and then forgot about them. And then I have like, I just got this in the rainbow crate. Mason Deaver, right? Their new book I got in the rainbow crate, and that's still just sitting there. I have a whole entire stack of books over next to my bed, which has 3, 4. It's a big stack, and it's got a bunch that I have read that I brought in here for a video, and then like 3 or 4 new books that I just haven't put in the bedroom yet. There's 3 currently reading books over there, just sitting randomly, and then I have my Kindle. Then I have 2 more books there, like, and that's just in this room. This isn't even in my office with the actual TBR list. Like, it's a nightmare in there. It's overwhelming. It's like there's too many books. Maybe I do need them to ban some books because maybe it'll cut down my. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh God, I'm kidding. Please stop banning books, guys. I don't want to read stupid Amish romance for the rest of my life. I don't want to do it. It's what my mother-in-law reads. She reads like the Amish romance books, and it's something. That is a completely different genre of romance, that's for sure. Meanwhile, I'm reading like Den of Vipers, which is like 4 men, 1 girl, and like they're all like mafia, and there's like knife play and all kinds of fucked up shit. I'm reading that, and my mother-in-law's reading like Amish romance. Like, oh honey. She always asks me like, oh, what are you reading? And I'm like, nah, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. I'm just reading a romance book. Oh, which one? Change the subject, please. I'm reading smut, Marianne. I'm reading porn, okay? Leave me alone. I don't want to read them all, yeah. Mine is like I always go to like the books that are like awarded. Oh, what is the award? Oh, I can see the award on the book in my mind. What is the award? Books that are there's like the social justice one. It's like the triangle. And then there's like the pink triangle one, which is like queer books, because they took back the pink triangle from when it was like an oppressive, creepy, stupid thing that they would pin on Can I help you? Aria, you didn't even say hi. You just jump up there. You don't even say hi. That is very rude. Aria. You're so fucking cute. Goddamn cats. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my damn train of thought. Never been drawn to Amish romance. No, I'm not kidding. It is a genre. I'm not making it up. It's like Amish romances. Like all the covers look like my phone's gonna die, but I'm gonna like prove my point. No, it's like Amish romance is like a genre. Amish romance novels. And they all look like this. And I'm not kidding. This is what and all reading counts, but this is what she reads, and it is not what I read. They're like this, like they're oh god, you can't even see. Like there's see? Oh, it's only 419, by the way. See, that's you can't even see. It's like glare. That's Jeb's wife. Okay? Oh, there you go. This is what she reads. That's what she reads. And it's like well, now it's got to adjust back to me. There we go. It's like completely different. Amish in April. Oh my goodness. Just I don't get it. I am a dark romance reader for sure. 100%. The more messed up, the better. I recently read. Oh, I just read a really, really good one the other day. I read Soul to Keep, which is like, it was like they're duskwalkers. So it's like not demons, but kind of like they're sentient. And it's going to be like a series. So good. But like Den of Vipers, which I was just talking about, like Den of Vipers is like, again, like that's like contemporary, but it's not like fantasy, but it has like knife play and like there's like a bondage and like there's safe words, guys. There's a whole series, a BDSM series that I like recommended on TikTok the other day. By the same woman who wrote Neon Gods. I think Neon Gods, by the way, is overhyped. I think it was just okay. It was good. It was good. I really like everything that author writes. She just got a lot of shit recently on TikTok because she had to sign a whole bunch of books for her, or sign a whole bunch of like tip sheets for her newest book, and her wrist gave out like halfway through because she has like carpal tunnel. I think carpal tunnel or arthritis. I'm not sure. I don't want to like assume, but she her wrist gave out and she had to use a stamper, and people were pissed that she was using a stamper. I'm like, a stamper is the exact same thing as her touching the paper and putting her name on it. It's the same. It's just not this motion. It is a mobility aid, and you're ableist if you're pissed off that she's using a stamper. But anyway, but that author, I follow her on TikTok, and everything that woman has written has been like, but her BDSM series is like, a lot of her books have like BDSM though, and stuff like that. But that series is like villains, her Wicked Villains, it's called Wicked Villain series. It's like villains that you know and love, but like twisted, and it's oh god. But yeah, but like Soul to Keep was like, this girl was like sleeping with like basically a demon, basically. Sorry. Is that Obi? Is that Obi? Hey, Obi. What's up, buddy? Hi, bud. Are you rubbing against them? I don't think they like that you're gonna make them dizzy. But you saying hi? Please don't. Please don't, though. You're like chewing on the edge of the laptop. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. God. Hey, what did I just say? Can you stop doing that? Can you stop doing? I'm gonna snag you if you don't stop. You sweet boy. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I love you. Now come over here. Come over here. Stop doing it. You butthead. Look out the window. What's out there? Nothing, because it's dark as hell. It's tails. Anyway, sorry. It's like cozy mysteries. Yeah. It's like cozy mysteries versus thrillers, you know? Like, it's like, whatever you're into. It sounds better than Amish romance. But that first, yeah. I've read right now. I'm reading another. It's like the 1000th Lucifer retelling. I just read a really, really bad Lucifer retelling, and I needed to cleanse my palate with a good Lucifer retelling, because the last one I read was bad. It was bad, guys. Like, it was really bad. You know how I like to like find things in books and then do deep dives on them? Well, that goes double with looking up things when people say things that are wrong. Like for example, like I think I said this last time, like the Ice Planet Barbarian series, they're like the first couple books, they mention Hoth a lot. And the first book, they like say Hoth has no moons. And I think I've said this before. And Hoth has 3 moons. Hoth has 3 moons. And I like had to double check myself and make sure I was right, because I'm like, and I was ripped out of the story because I had to go on this deep dive. And then next thing you know, I'm looking up like, does it get like, is like, how far away is the sun from Hoth? Why is it always cold on like, now I'm on like just a deep dive about, and then I'm like, oh, what about Tatooine? What is the peak temperature on Tatooine? And I was like, what is the peak temperature on Hoth? Like, then I'm on a deep dive and I forgot all about the book. But that, I read a Lucifer retelling. He's playing with his mouse in the hallway. But I read a Lucifer retelling, and it was set in the US, and then she flies to Greece for vacation. Or it was Hades. Sorry, it was a Hades. It wasn't. Was it Lucifer? Was it Hades? It was Hades. It was Hades. Yes, it was Hades. Same difference. I knew what I was trying to say. But anyway, she flies to Greece, right? And it was a last-minute flight for a vacation to Greece. And I'm like, okay. And they flew into they made it sound like they flew into Athens, okay? And they said about Athens. They even said, they're like, Athens. Okay, I'm like, okay. And as they're flying in, she's describing what she sees out the window. And it's inaccurate. And then like instantly, I haven't even been to Greece yet. It is very high on our list to go. We were supposed to go like last year when we didn't. But she's describing like Santorini. She's describing like the stereotypical coastline that you see when you think of Greece, you know, with the white buildings and the blue tops, like the sand, like buildings. That's what she's describing. And she's like, and the water, she's describing the water. And she's claiming to see this from the Athens airport. That was my first, I'm like, nah. I'm like, I haven't even been there, and I know that that's wrong. That is inaccurate. I'm like, first off, what? I'm like, first off, no. There's no way you can see water from the Athens airport. The Athens airport is inland. Most airports are. Most big international airports are inland. And like, if you go to like, it's people who like think that you can see like the Eiffel Tower from Paris airport, which you cannot. You can't see it from Paris airport. Like that's nuts. You see tarmac. That's it. And some fields. And so first off, I'm like, nah. So next thing you know, I even have screenshots because I was texting Josh because I was so upset about this. Because this is like, I gave that book like 0 stars. Okay, maybe I gave it like 2. I was like really upset. But I just screenshots. Like, this is the airport. Like, there's the airport, right? The Google image shot above the airport. You can't see any of that. There's no water there. So I'm like thrown off. So I'm angry and I'm annoyed because I'm like, a quick Google search could have fixed this. And then and then and then she says she took a taxi to Cornfu or Confu. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not perfect. I didn't write the book. Otherwise I would have learned how to pronounce it. But she took a taxi to Cornfu, and I'm like, wait a minute. Because like then I'm sending these pictures to Josh because where that's Cornfu. That down there is Athens. She took a taxi from Athens airport to Cornfu. I'm like, sure she did. And then I'm like, okay, how long is that drive? And that drive is 6 hours. You're paying 6 hours. Okay. A 6-hour drive. You're going to pay a taxi. That taxi fare. That's literally across the country. And I don't even know if Cornfu is attached. It might be like attached a little bit in Albania, actually. But it's mostly water. It's at least 90% water. I'm pretty sure that's not attached. There's a ferry, right? There's a ferry. Like, this is a simple Google search. There's a ferry that will take you from Athens to Cornfu for like 2 hours. It is a 2-hour ferry. Now, it doesn't run on the weekends. So if she landed, or it doesn't run on the weekends and Monday. So if she landed on any of those days, she would either take a taxi, but she would rent a fucking car. If you're going to do it that way, you might as well rent the car. But she could just wait, and stay in Athens for a couple days until she can take the ferry, and then take the ferry or take a private boat. I'm sure there's private boats that go up that way, because it's so annoying. And then she gets there to this resort. This is my new tangent. I'm so sorry. I'm telling you about this terrible book that you never have to read. Exactly. An editor should check these things. I think it was more an indie book. It was in Kindle, so maybe it was like independently published. I hope so, because good Lord, if an editor checked that and didn't fix, oh my goodness. But so she gets there, and then she stays in the resort for the majority of her trip. She's in the resort. She doesn't even go outside. Like, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do any sightseeing, anything. She goes out once. Hades takes her out once. And when she's out, she didn't even really do anything. Like, she stayed in the resort the majority of the trip. She could have did that in the U.S. She could have stayed in the resort in the U.S. and not even like fucking like, because I think the book was originally San Francisco, maybe originally. I mean, like, could have just stayed on a fucking resort in San Francisco. Like, you didn't even need to like leave your house. Like they stay in a resort, and then they interact with the majority of people that they don't interact with anyone from Greece. Anyone from Greece besides maybe like the wait staff and stuff. But like, the majority of the people that they interact with are American. Like, all the people she interacts with are American. There's one British couple, and there's a Canadian guy. Like, they're all English speaking people. She doesn't interact with anyone from Greece. And I'm just like, okay. And I mean, I get that because she's in a resort, but like, I can count on like one hand, maybe two hands, how many people from the US I've interacted with traveling internationally. It's not that many. Like, not that many US people. Like, I mean, they do travel, but like, it's harder. It's more expensive, and we're suffering as it is over here. They don't want us to travel. So like, but I get it. She's at a resort, but then, and then you think it's done, but no. The main character is obsessed with Dirty Dancing. Okay, it's her favorite movie. Okay. She enters a dance contest so there's a resort in Confu who just happens to be having a dirty dancing dance contest. Hades and her enter the dirty dancing dance contest. Hades dances to dirty dancing. This was the dumbest book I've ever read. It was the dumbest book I've ever read. I don't think I've ever read it was stupid. It was so stupid. And not even even if I took all this shit that I couldn't help but look up, all this stuff about Greece and traveling, and even if I took all of that factually inaccurate stuff out of the picture, it would still be the dumbest book that I think I've read in a long time. And it's part of a series. And I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need to continue the series. I'm good. This is one that I'm good with not finishing. It was, they call writers there's a term for when writers put themselves into books, the main character is them. I forget what it's called, it's Annie, or it has a term. It actually has a term. It has a name. The character is such a something. What is it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. When a writer puts their own character or themselves into as their main character. It has a term. Damn it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. Badly. It's badly a thing. I'm gonna forget. It's there's such a it's there's such an Annie. There's such a I forget what it's called. Into the character, and the character is always can do no wrong, and there's they are always right, and everybody, all the love interests want them. There's no conflict. It's called something. It's called your character is it's a name. Your character is an Annie. Your character's I feel like it's an A name, and it's probably a screenshot that I took forever ago, but I don't remember what it's called. Because it's something that writers try not to do. You can put yourself into your work, but when you're putting yourself in your work like that, it's not good. Yeah, it's called putting. Remember. I can't remember. But yeah, but it was very much like that, where you could tell that this was it's kind of like writing fan fiction almost. It was almost really bad fan fiction, where you put yourself in as the main character. It's just oh my god. Wish fulfillment, yes, it's very much like that, but it actually has a name. The character is there is a name, an actual person name for the character, that they call it. How to make sure that your character isn't a. It is very much wish fulfillment, though. It's very much that. I wish I could figure out. It's how to make sure your character isn't. isn't a self-insert, but there is like an actual term for it. Damn it. It's going to drive me nuts. It's so stupid. It's going to drive me nuts. But yeah, it's like Jane? Maybe that's it. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm done. Look, trying to find it. I'm not going to find it. Mary Jane. It's Mary Jane. That's it. That is it. Yes, the triangle Coriolanus Scott. Oh, that one. Yes. Sorry. The award. Yes. That was the award I was talking about. I thought that would have pinged for approval. No, it didn't. It happens a lot in romance books. It happens a lot in self-published romance books, unfortunately. You don't see it. There's like a layer on my camera. You don't see it as much in like traditionally published books because they have more of an editing system, but you see, yes, Mary Jane is it. That is the name. It is. I've read quite a few, like, where I'm like, thank God this was free. Thank God this was free with Kindle Unlimited because, like, and that was one of them. Like, I finished it, so that I was like halfway through. I'm like, I'm gonna finish this stupid book, because at that point I was hate reading it. Like, yes, there's also the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. That's a whole different thing. That's annoying too. The girl who's not like other girls. She's different. It's like, yeah, Manic Pixie and Mary Jane's are different, but both equally annoying. Mary Jane is literally a self-insert. Like, the character can't do any wrong. Now that I know the name, I can look it up. How to make sure your character isn't a Mary Jane. Mary Sue! It's a Mary Sue. Sorry, it's not Mary Jane. Mary Jane's marijuana, guys. I'm just kidding. It's Mary Sue. It's Mary Sue. Oh, I can't reach that? Okay, fine. I don't want to go to that website anyhow. It doesn't look safe anyhow. There's a wiki how on how to make sure that your character is not a Mary Sue. That's it. It's Mary Sue. Mary Sue. Yes. Mary Sue is a character who is not a perfect character, full stop. It is a character who is so perfect that it distracts from the story. Aha. Aha. How can I make sure my character isn't a Mary Sue? Mary Sue is basically a two-dimensional character with no depth. She's also often the damsel in distress. Aha. Yes. Aha. Aha. It's Mary Sue. Is your character a Mary Sue? Do you have at least 3 flaws that come up when you use your character? Real flaws, like speaking before you think, mood swings, anything that would cause an actual problem. Not something dumb like can't ride for his or her life, likes kittens too much. There's like a quiz. Is your character unique? Or you can find similar characters everywhere Or can you find similar characters everywhere and anywhere? Fashion. Does your character stand out in the fashion world, or are they more laid back about it? I don't care. Anyway, Mary Sue is the answer. Mary Sue is the answer. Anyway. Mary Jane or shoes. I was thinking about the other Mary Jane. I was thinking weed. But hi, Dane. Hi, buddy. Hey, Dane. Oh, rubbing against everything. What? Except the site that blocked his. Yeah. Poor Mary Sue's. Is there a male version? That's a very good question. Is there a male version of Mary Sue? It's called a Gary Stew or Marty Stew. You knocked down all my pens. You got a big butt. You big boy. You big. Where are you going? Where are you doing? Yeah, go. Yeah, go that way. Don't climb on me. Gary Stew. It says that the Mary Sue trope is primarily applied to female characters, but some apply the term without gender barriers. The male-specific equivalent is sometimes referred to as a Gary Stew or Marty Stew or other variations of similar names. The derisive term is informal, and there's quite a lot of debate and disagreement over the precise characteristics. And it says, what is a Mary Sue character? Mary Sue is a type of stock character. Mary Sue characters. Oh, goodness. He doesn't want to play with you. Look at his ears. He's saying no. Turn around. He's saying he doesn't want to play with you, Drogo. Leave Bane alone. Yeah, there you go. Walk away. Goodness. Mary Sue characters were first identified in fan fiction, which makes sense, in 1973. Fan fiction's been around that long. I guess it has. Why wouldn't it? But they have been been identified in professional fiction and in films. A male character with similar traits may be labeled a Gary Stew or a Marty Stew. Anyway, Gary Stew. Yep. It's a big tangent. Yeah, exactly. Mary Sue's and Manic. Yeah, that's like the different end of the spectrum. Yep. You don't want either one. You want something in the middle. Like, it's okay with putting yourself in. It's like you should put yourself in works, like what you know, into your works, but your character should not be you. You know? Like, there's aspects of, like, people in my Queer Pirate novel. Well, there's aspects of some of my characters that I don't really have much in common with. But then there's some that, like, there are little tiny elements that, like, I brought myself to this. But it's not like that. It's not like a stock character. Or a manic pixie. Anyway. Boy Next Door. Yep, there's that. Yep. Evil clown. I like Pennywise, so I'm all for evil clowns. Although Pennywise is more of an entity. He's technically not a clown, but anyway. Gentleman thief, knight errant. The Hades in this one was very, like, he was very much that, like, Debbie Downer Hades. He was, like, depressed in this book, and he would, like, and of course he sees, our main character, and she is the only one who can cheer him up and and get through his moody exterior and get him to do dirty dancing dance. Because he's all broken up about Persephone running away with Theseus. And then, of course, Persephone shows up, right? And Persephone, like, shows up in this girl's dream, whatever, the dream realm, to give her blessing for Hades and her and this random woman to have, like, have a relationship. Like, I'm just like, okay. And then this chick eventually becomes immortal at the end of the book. She becomes immortal so she can live in hell with Hades and be his queen. But she doesn't deserve to be queen. She doesn't got the skill set. Please. Anyway. She gives up everything in her life anyway. Her career, her life, everything. She gives it up, her friends. She gives it her cat. She leaves her goddamn cat behind. I would never leave my kitties behind. Hades is attractive and all. And if he's real, I would love to be in a Hades and Persephone sandwich. I would love to join them, but I'm going to give up that to go there. No. Look at that. That's perfect. I would never. If I died from natural causes and ended up in the underworld, then that's fine. But I'm not giving that up. It doesn't matter how much I love Hades and Persephone. They can wait. What's a mortal lifespan versus, like, an eternity? That's what I don't get at the end. I'm like, why didn't she just wait till she dies and then she'll be in the underworld? Like, a mortal lifespan for Hades would be like a blink of the eye. Like, he'd be fine. He's been alone this long. And she take her cat with her. If she can go there, why can't the cat go? I don't know. Right, Bane? I would never leave you behind. You're a pain in the ass, but I love you. I love you. You're my pain in the ass. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry. Reluctant hero. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, Pennywise isn't a clown. Yeah, he's an entity. He's an evil entity. But it's typically stereotyped as a clown. I've read some nasty Pennywise fan fiction, which shows my dark romance. Why I have, like, I should have known earlier that I like dark romance because of Pennywise. Anyway, I've been talking for like 3 hours about. I went on a tangent. 20,000 tangents and talking about a shitty book. We were talking about this one, a good one. I'm talking about a shitty book. I'm going to put these notes in here for next time. Oh God, my cat's got the zoomies. They all got the zoomies. Look at them go. Oh no. It's too late for the zoomies. Yes, let's set a time for next book. I got it here. Remember when we learned what penultimate meant? Because before that, we had no clue. We got to learn penultimate. Okay, Kelly, if you don't know what penultimate means, it means second to last. It means the book before the last. It means the right before the end. Penultimate. It is not a very often used word. It is a very cool. See, you get stuff from middle grade books. It means second to last. Second to last. Penultimate. The book before the end. But it can be used, penultimate can be used in any scenario. Yeah, second to last. Haha. I got this really cool book. Secrets are often behind closed doors. This really cool bookmark in here. Or not, it's a door thingy, but anyway. Attention burglars. This linen closet is not a bedroom. I keep it in here. I don't know why, but I do. Anyway. Yep. Yeah, close. Anyway, you set a date. My phone's gonna die. Darn thing. Poor thing. It's okay. You can do it. I'm not gonna open any apps. I'm not gonna do any more deep dives. I don't like penultimate. Yeah, TV. Oh. That is true. Like since we figured out what it is, now I see it more often. I'm like, oh, it means it means it's almost over. I don't have, so judging by my calendar, I don't have any plans. I don't think I don't have anything blocking, so I'm good whenever. Tuesdays are still good. Yes. Either one works for me. Whatever works for Kay Kelly. 2 more whole books. I know. And then you get to watch the TV show. And then we get to pick a different something to read. Or we can stop reading altogether. But I won't. I would like to just keep reading because this is my only human interaction besides going to work and school. 18th? I can do the 18th if you guys want to do the 18th. All right. A series of unfortunate events live chat. We're going to make the color orange. Oh, they don't have an orange. Well, they have an orange, but it's not the same orange. We're going to do red. Save. All right, it's in. It's in. It's in. Anyway. I'm so excited. I always forget what happens in this one for some reason. This is one of the ones. Oh, no, it's coming back to me. Oh, that's right. We do have the Last Fallen Moon sequel. That's right. I also have the Maya. Did we read Maya together? The first, I don't remember what the hell happened in that book. I gotta reread Maya. I remember more what happened in the Last Fallen Moon than I do with Maya. Maya's well, little. I think I remember. It's a little bit more fuzzy. Yeah, but I think we read Maya. There's 2 Mayas out now. Oh my god, I'm behind. I'm behind on everything. What do you want? What do you want? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's Kitty like right here, just like staring at me. So sweet. Anyway. Yeah, Fallen Moon. Yeah, whatever it is. Jesus, it's like flashing light. It's like a school bus. What the hell are they doing at 10 o'clock at night? Anyway. Yeah, I remember pretty much the Last Fallen Moon one was like the sisters, right? That one was more sister based. I need to reread. I just need to read the synopsis. That's like it. Well, anyway, we got plenty. Got enough TBRs to last our life. Oh, the 3rd just came out last week. Oh, damn. Damn it. I can't keep track. I can't keep track of all these damn books. Oh my god. That's like I'm finally chipping away at the freaking Rick Riordan series. I think I missed like the stride with that one because like when those books came out, everyone was like all like it wasn't my generation, I think, and like I struggle with Percy Jackson. Like it's not bad. It's just I struggle. I think I struggle with Percy Jackson way more than I do with any of the imprints. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think they're good. I just struggle with them for some reason. Like the last book I read, the third one that I read? That it took me. I read that book for like over a year, and it's middle grade. It's like I put it down, and like I just like picked up other things. And it's like I don't know what it is about them. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons. I think because there's so many of them that it feels really daunting, maybe. I don't know. But anyway. We will read on the 18th. Who the lady... Kit Snicket. Kit Snicket. I'm so excited to rewatch the TV series. Oh my God. Anyway. We have time to decide what to read next anyway. We got a whole nother 2 books. Kit Snicket. She might be related to someone that wrote the books, but what do I know? I love, if you're not also, this is really random before we leave. I don't know why I just thought about this. If you're not reading the dedications for these books, you really need to. They are so sad. This one, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil the one for penultimate. But these damn deckled edges. Yeah, right here. Like, for Beatrice, dead women tell no tales. Sad men write them down. It's always these dedications. Yeah, the dedications are always so good for these books. I love it. But anyway. That's true. We could do live show for watching the TV show. Or we could read and talk about, but I don't know what that'll be like. But yes, we could also do both. We could do both. I got plenty of time. Anyway. It's going to be so good. Oh, I'm so excited to rewatch the show. I know. They said, screw you, Poe. I love that. So good. Anyway. So good. So good. Damn deckled edges. They're so hard to page through. Anyway. That lady has a really big boil on her face. I love this cover. I love it. Anyway, we'll get into it later, but I love this cover. I love Sonny on the cover. Oh my God. Anyway. Yes. I should probably go eat. I gotta go eat and then I gotta go to bed. I'm just gonna stuff my face full of pasta and then I'm going to sleep. Yes, that scene is so good. I love it. Love it. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna go eat. I need to eat. Lo mein. I did make spaghetti. I made spaghetti. Not lo mein, but rotini. I went the more Italian approach than the Chinese food approach. Although Sonny's is a blend of both, I guess. It's a blend of Chinese and Italian. Anyway, it's a hybrid. Anyway. Goodbye. Have a good evening, day, month, life. My kitties are all asleep. Anyway, I'm going to go eat. Goodbye. I will see you next time. Goodbye, guys. Say goodbye, Obi. Nope. Obi. Nope. Sorry. Can't even get him. His little ears were twitching, but he won't even say goodbye. He's like, nah. Little paws hanging off. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Cats. Bye.